You're standing in front of the mirror. Your hands are clammy. Your heart's thumping. Not loud enough for others to hear, but loud enough to drown out your own thoughts. You're about to walk into that interview, that meeting, that date, that stage, and all you can think is, why do I feel so small? You've read the quotes, watched the videos. Be confident, they say. Like confidence is a jacket you throw on before heading out the door. Like it's something you find lying around, fully formed and ready to wear. But it isn't, because right now, as you try to smile and tell yourself, you've got this, a voice inside whispers back, no, you don't. You weren't born unsure. Back then, as a kid, you stumbled, fell, got back up. Without overthinking it, you didn't need permission to speak, to run, to dance awkwardly in the middle of the room. You were confidence, before you even knew the word. But somewhere along the way, someone laughed too hard when you got something wrong. Someone said, that's not for people like you. Or maybe no one said anything at all. They just looked at you in that way, and slowly you started shrinking. Not all at once, but bit by bit, you stopped raising your hand, stopped trying new things, started analyzing every move. You learned to wear masks that kept people comfortable. You became a master at pretending not to care, when deep down you just didn't want to fail again. And so you waited. You waited for that magical day when confidence would show up, when it would just click, when you'd wake up and finally feel enough. But that day never came. And the longer you waited, the more you started to believe there was something wrong with you. But it's not you. It's the lie you were fed. That confidence is something you find, like a lost key you just haven't looked hard enough for. But here's the truth. Confidence isn't found, it's built. And the people who seem so sure of themselves, they're not lucky. They just did something you haven't done yet. Confidence isn't a lightning bolt. It's a slow burn. It's not something you discover in a book. It's not passed down in your DNA. It's built. One uncomfortable moment at a time, one shaky voice, one awkward step, one choice to move forward, even when your legs are begging you to sit back down. Think about it. When have you actually felt confident? Not imagined it, not faked it, really felt it. Deep in your chest, where the fear used to live. It probably wasn't before the action. It was after. After the speech, after the leap, after you messed up, survived it, and realized the world didn't end. That's where confidence grows. In the doing, in the showing up, in the repetition. Confidence doesn't come first. Courage does. And courage is messy. It trembles. It overthinks. It doubts. But it still moves. That's the shift. You stop waiting for the fear to disappear. You stop trying to feel ready. You stop asking, what if I fail? And start wondering, what if I get better? You realize every confident person you've admired had a day one. And on that day one, they sucked. They were awkward. They stumbled. They got laughed at, corrected, ignored. But they showed up again and again until one day, the voice in their head started sounding more like a coach and less like a critic. And they built confidence not from praise, not from perfection, but from proof. Proof that they could handle it, that they were stronger than they felt. So what about you? Imagine confidence like a building, not a gift, not a light switch, a building. Each brick is a moment you showed up when it was easier to hide. Each wall is built from the times you stood your ground, when your voice shook, and the foundation, that's made of failure, real, bruising, humbling failure. The kind that cracks your ego, but pours strength into your spine. Confidence is not polished marble, it's scarred wood. Weathered steel, it's the uneven staircase you built with your own hands. Not perfect, but it holds your weight. And the reason you don't feel confident right now is because you haven't laid enough bricks yet. You've been standing at the edge of the construction site, waiting, waiting for someone to build it for you, waiting for the fear to vanish, waiting for approval, permission, a sign, but no one's coming. There's no blueprint for your path, only your willingness to pick up the hammer. Confidence doesn't come from comfort, it comes from exposure, from repetition, from recovery. You fall, you rise, you speak, you stutter, you try, you fail, you keep going. Every awkward moment is a brick. Every skipped heartbeat before a bold action, that's mortar. You don't build confidence by thinking, you build it by doing, even when it feels like hell, especially then. So maybe you've been living small, playing it safe, sitting on ideas, choking back words, dimming your presence because you thought, once I feel confident, I'll act. Once I'm ready, I'll speak. Once I'm sure, I'll move. But now you see it. That was backward all along. You don't act after confidence. You act to create it. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Your voice will tremble. Your hands will shake. People might look. Some might laugh. But others will listen. And more importantly, you'll start to listen to yourself. You'll realize that confidence isn't loud. It isn't perfect. It isn't charismatic. It's simply this: trust in your ability to handle whatever comes. That's it. Not the absence of fear, but the belief that fear won't break you. Not waiting for applause, but showing up even if no one claps. Not pretending to be unshakable, but being unafraid to shake in public. That's real, and it's built. Every day, in the reps no one sees, in the moments when you want to disappear, but don't. So now it's your move. You've waited long enough. You've underestimated yourself for the last time. You've stood at the edge, watching others build, wondering what they have that you don't. Now you know. They weren't chosen, they chose. And you can too. Start building, brick by brick, word by word, step by trembling. Step, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now.